Living in Boulder vlog, March 21st, 2020, Saturday, 6:22 a.m. So I'm doing my video now because I was going to take a little bit of a break and then I was going to get back to work because I'm not really that tired. I think I was working yesterday until about 10 in the morning because I got up at about 6. That's about 8 hours of sleep, which is what people normally do. Although I think I only slept for about 6 hours because I remember laying in bed for about 2 hours because that's my like hobby. I like sleeping in after I wake up. That's what I do for fun. So then I worked until pretty much not that long ago. I'm doing the same thing as before. I'm mind numbing. I was listening to some thingies, but not really that much. I think my brain is still affected by all of the marijuana that I have been smoking my whole life since I was 18. And I'm a little bit, it's just cookie. It's just a lot of work. What was I listening to though? Zohar channel. They were talking about, some dude was talking about, the aliens and Atlantis and Egypt and all that kind of stuff. And he said something about how Plutarch said that the ancient gods of Atlantis, the ancient god of Egypt were actually the ancient god of Atlantis. And I actually had that idea myself the other day, and I mentioned it on my video the other day, and because I was building the Egyptian Bible on my website. And so the guy said that, and I'm like, say what now? And so I wanted to see, like, where. I was like, okay, I got to find exactly where this guy says. Like, what in the dick? Because, Atlantis? Like, I thought the only dude who mentioned Atlantis was Plato. Now we got Plutarch. It's like, what the fuck you talking about, boy? And so I, like, Googled or I Wikipedia'd Plutarch. Anyways, Plutarch has this book, or, some dude got a collection of all these articles that Plutarch made, and he called it I can't even remember. It's a book by Plutarch, and it's big. And I don't have it on my website because I went to my website, and the only book from Plutarch I have his Life of Greeks and Romans in it. And he's got all these other ones. He's got this other one, the one where he talks about the Egyptian gods. And I don't know how many pages it is, but I actually got started right before I did this video. I was surfing the web a little bit first. Yeah, I was building the book. I don't have the book, and that's trippy because Plutarch is a Roman writer from like the hundreds, from the height of Rome. I thought I had all the books that were on English on my website. So whenever I find an ancient Greek or a Roman who has a book that I can get off the internet that I don't have on my website, I'm like, say what now? I ask Willis what he is speaking of. Or I have Gary Coleman ask Willis what he is speaking of. Because I want answers. And so what I do is I just get the book. I just get the book on my website. It's crazy. The other day I got one on, I think. Didn't I get one on the other day? I can't remember, but I think I did. A couple weeks ago, a few months ago, I got one on that I didn't know was on there. So yeah, I'm actually happy about that because I'm not afraid to work anymore because I quit trying to be a triathlete. Because of the coronavirus, it's just too, they closed down my gym pool, they closed down my condo pool, they closed it all down, and I don't want to do it anyway because I did it a year premature. I got started with all this a year prematurely. If I do one more year of working by the end of this year, my website is going to be way better. The usefulness of my website is going to go up at an exponential bell curve this year. The year 2020 is the year of fruition for my website because you look at all the different projects and I can see. I do the math in my head and I can see that they're just about to pop. They're just about to get done. All of them. All these ones. Partly because the computers I have these days are a lot faster than the crappy ones you could get back in the past. Maybe there were faster ones. I don't know. I'd never had the money for it, so it didn't even matter to me. Because I got my priorities mixed up, and I was convinced I was going to kayak all over the Caribbean. Spent all my money on that when I should have been spending it on computers. But anyway, I've been having nice computers over the last couple of years, and I can get this stuff going this year. So by 2021, I can actually tell somebody about, like, tell people, I can do marketing for my website, advertising, not just telling people who I bump into, but actually other people, and then get the hits, and then put ads on it, and make my first penny off my website, and then that means then I could buy another bike, like a mountain bike. So, the most modern mountain bike I've ever had is from the 80s. Same thing with road bikes, actually, until the last couple of years ago when I got that one. But then this beginning of the year, I got Synchrony Financial, and I spent $13,000 on a time trial bike. But I called last night. I called Synchrony Bank, and I said, because I got an email from them, and they were like, "Yeah, you don't. If you have problems, call us." So I was like, "Yeah, hey, problems." They say on the 23rd when I have to pay more money, I can just call them and they'll postpone it for a month because of the coronavirus. So that's cool, because I have these 2 other credit cards I have to pay on, and my money is going to go because of the coronavirus. So anyway, so yesterday, yeah, and so that was interesting. And then I was listening just to news, and then I was doing trilateral commissions to crisis of democracy a bunch of times. But that was a hard book, or I think I did the whole thing, went to the end. But that was a hard book to concentrate on when I'm working. So yeah, I was doing lots of Saturday Night Live. I think I'm distracted like everybody about this coronavirus. I can't concentrate. And in fact, everybody is like that. And I know because my website it was like 15, 16,000 forever, but then it went down to 12. I don't know why, a few months ago. But then it went down to 10 last week, and now it's at 8.5. So people are just not going to my website anymore, which means, people may be doing like online classes or whatever, but they're not studying that much. People ain't doing it. People are taking some time off. So, so yesterday, the whole day that I was doing was just adding these numbers, dude, and then of course, because I'm doing the sweep through of 1,000 books, there were a lot that weren't completely downloaded. There were a lot that weren't fused together, from MP3 to MP4, with all the different chapters to a book. And then of course there was the ones I was still working on adding the times. I need to add the times so I can organize it. Plus, when you add the time to the title, it's right away when you look at it how long it is. And so I got through the big countries, and I think I'll work on India right now, and then I'll get done. And so this day I'll get done, maybe even before I go to sleep. Who knows if I stay up a few hours longer? But yeah, and after I'm done with that, then I can finally start working on the website, plug those bitches onto the website, and then of course I'll have to re-drag them onto their new color-codeds. That's the problem. When you're color-coded like me, if you don't do it right the first time, fixing it's a little bit, like there's lots more steps you got to do to fix it, Like my website is designed like a German car. I drive around in a BMW and a Volkswagen, and my website has German engineering. Very finicky. Like any adjustment, you have to adjust everything because it's all connected. That's the downside of it. And also, if it's not perfect, it's ugly. That's the other downside of it. However, the magic is if you make it perfect, it comes alive and it breathes and it injects knowledge into everybody. That's the prophecy. So I'm going to keep doing all that today, but just do brain candy stuff. Or maybe do like fancy new age stuff. I like listening to that stuff. That's really all I got to say. I was talking to my mom last night. I'm keeping, I call her every day to make sure she's okay because this coronavirus. She's 78, and I'm talking to her yesterday, and she's like, yeah, if I get the coronavirus, I'll beat it. I'm like, why? like, because she's been like beefing her immune system. But I'm like, that's kind of a sketchy attitude to have for a 78-year-old. She's like, yeah, let's go to the supermarket. Let's go to Costco together. I'm like, let's not. Why don't you just send me? You're not invincible. And I'm scared shitless about it, dude. I am scared shitless because I have lung disease. I have asthma because I smoke too much weed. And yeah, my roommate kind of doesn't really believe it either, man. So I hope he doesn't get too reckless too. So anyway, and I haven't even cleaned my freaking house forever. So there could be coronavirus all over the place. And I can't clean my house because I'm locked into my website. My bathroom smells really bad. I need to clean it like tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't want it to create its own coronavirus. Oh my God, 10:57 already. My videos are starting to last longer, but whatever. This is my one time to talk. I don't talk ever. This is the only time. Yeah, this is a fun fact about me. People might think that if you watch my video every single day, you might think that I like talking and I talk whatever. Well, the reality is the only time I ever talk in the entire day is when I do my videos. And it's been like this for years. Well, actually, no, I talk to my ex-wife on the phone, but it's not that much. And then I talk to my mom, and every once in a while I talk to my roommate, but I pretty much don't talk. So maybe that's why my videos are so long. It's like finally I'm talking, you know, because I'm just in my room all the time. Yeah, as far as exercise, my mom was saying I was going to need exercise. Yeah, because if I'm going to go another year, I don't know if I can handle another year without exercise, without either dying of a heart attack or just getting so sick that I can't function anymore. And I really loathe the idea of exercising because I have to, like exercising for body maintenance, like how most people do. I can't do it like that. I have to do exercise 100%. Even if I'm totally fucked physically, too old, and I've ruined myself because I have never exercised in my life. And no matter how hard I train, I'll never be as strong as the average person. I'm still going to do it 100%. And I can't do it halfway because all it does is remind me of how out of shape I am, you know, and then it hurts physically and it's just no fun. So I'm just going to wait a year. Plus, I can get a lot more done if I don't do anything else, because you get into the rhythm, right? Because it kind of takes you time to get started up and then all that kind of stuff. And then you don't really know, you know what I mean, know what you're doing and stuff. So it's better to just get into a rhythm and pump them out. So that's what I'm going to do today. Ow. Oh, my neck. Fuck. I just did this. I pushed my head a little bit and I got a really strong shooting pain in my neck. See what I mean? Oh, God. Look, this is advice to anybody who's 18 years old. Get your exercising out of the way when you're in your 20s. That's the mistake that I made. I had an opportunity back when I was 23 to do it because I got some insurance money when my dad died of cancer, and I did buy some. I had spent too much money setting up my car, but that's when I should have gotten into it 100% because I don't know. Maybe God's plan. It's just God's plan. God's plan. Just follow God's plan. I'm doing God's plan. Anyway, but I think I can preserve my longevity by sleeping on the bed all the time and not moving, because that makes me so that I don't injure anything. So yeah, today I think I can finish the numberings. Sorry for talking so long. And then tomorrow I'll be done with numberings. Then I'll be placing, and then the website. Yeah. So I was saying maybe by the end of Sunday I could be done, diggity dog done, by the web with the free audio history books, and then I get going on the links. I was talking to my mom about the links, and I explained it to her. This is how I said it. I go, every single book in history of mankind until the year 650, you know, Gregory the Great, every single book in the world. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect every single link together, every single mentioning that anybody does of anybody else, like a spider web between all of the, you know, hundreds of books that I have. And she goes, no, don't do it. You're doing it again. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I go, it'll take years. And I go, no, seriously, how long do you think it'll take? And she goes, years. And I was like, no, it won't take years. That's the thing. It'll take weeks. It'll take weeks because the computers can load. If you have a fast computer and you can speed read, like how I'm pretty good at speed reading, not speed reading, I'm not a speed reader. In fact, I don't even believe in speed reading the way that those people are talking about. But what I am is a scanner. I'm a really good scanner. So I can scan down like 100-page book or whatever looking for a word, and I can find it, and then I do word searches, and I know how to do multiple word searches to find what I'm looking for. And even if it's not like the exact translation or the exact words that they use, that I'm looking for, I know how to find the concept and zero in and find it. I was very successful with that with Montesquieu, so with referencing Plato. So I think I can do the rest of them real good, real right. And the thing that excites me is that's gonna be that finally plugs this stuff into my head. My head is really thick. I'm a thick-headed dude. I'm not that smart because I've been smoking weed all the time. And I have to be concentrating on my website, and the combination of smoking weed all the time, being high off my ass all the time, and then having to kind of donate maybe 25% of my RAM memory to the whatever I'm working on my website, it just doesn't leave enough brain power left over to concentrate and learn this stuff as much as I wanted to. And so linking that stuff together is going to be the bomb. And I mean, the bomb diggity. It's going to be the dog's balls, not the balls, not bollocks. It's going to be dog's bollocks. And so, and it's never been done before. I'll be the very first ever to do it. So I'm super fired up to start with that come next Monday. Not this Monday, but next Monday. If I'm done with the other one. I won't start it before I'm done with the other one, I don't think, unless I freak out, but I don't think I will. So, yeah, we're on track. And my mom thinks 1 million Americans are going to die of coronavirus. So I told her about 30,000. That's my bet, 30,000, or maybe 50, I don't know. But I don't think 1 million Americans are going to die. My mom must think she's some kind of a superhero if she thinks that she'll at 78 catch coronavirus and survive, but 1 million Americans are going to die. So I'm going to have to keep a close eye on her. But she's strong. She's got like a red face, and brown hair. She looks healthier than me. So anyway, okay, God damn it, I've been talking too long. I'm going to hang up now, okay? And tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be working on the placements of the times. All right, see. And when I'm done, I'll let everybody know, and then I'll offer to send externals, okay? Promise. All right, later.